Hey y'all, whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon, I'm just glad that you guys have decided to vibe with me. Yes, the one and only E. Hey y'all, what's up? What's poppin'? I hope you all are having an amazing day, feeling amazing, and doing amazing things. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for the ones that are not new to this but true to this, hey y'all, what's up? What's poppin'? Before we get into the vibe of the day, I want you all to sit back, relax, and enjoy hearing my voice, whether you're on the go or at home. I want y'all to get them AirPods, them beats, whatever. Turn your speakers up, whatever the case may be, and enjoy today's vibe of the day. So, y'all, in honor of I did for men's health within black men's health awareness, I discovered that women's health awareness was in May. And the crazy thing is, I didn't really hear a lot of people speak on it as much. As same thing here when it came to men's health awareness. So today's vibe of the day is Black women's health awareness. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna just start off with a little bit of facts that I know. So with that being said, women's health awareness was started in May. The crazy thing is, y'all, like a lot of people did not, I felt like when I was on social media looking at things on the news and stuff, they didn't really emphasize a lot about it because there's a lot of other stuff going on. Like one thing I do want to talk about, but I don't know how soon I want to talk about, is the Project 25. That case, if y'all have not really read up on it, please look into it. Then, they got the election, the politics and stuff going on. I'm not real big on politics, but when you sit back and look at things, you have to really be like, okay, now I see what's going on with the government because, like I mentioned, I want to talk about Project 25, and that involves politics. But this part of the politics we're dealing with, Project 25, that's major, bigger than anything they got going on with this president. Well, it is big with the president election because Republicans stand with this Project 25. And it's like basically saying, people going to college and stuff, they don't want you to get Pell Grants. It's a lot. But nonetheless, when it came to women's health, that's also impacted with this Project 25. And that's another reason why I also wanted to talk about it now while this Project 25 is going on, and also in honor of men's health awareness too, because it's impacting them too. It's impacting us all, but it's really impacting us women really bad because it feels like we don't have a choice. And when it comes to our health, it's already a lot of shiznick that we are dealing with, especially as African American women. We're dealing with so much. It's like we don't have say so for our body. It's like this man telling us this, that man telling us that. No, I'm a woman. I'm a Black woman at that. You're not gonna tell me what I can and cannot do with my body. Point blank, period. So let's get into it. Mind y'all, this is impacted with Black women health awareness. So let's get deep into it. What is Black women's health awareness? Black women's health awareness is infected to. It's not affected. Well, it is affecting. It's very effective. Let me just say this before I get deep into it. It's affecting us as a whole with the African American women, from everything that we have to deal with, from the minor pains that we deal with to the major pains and complications that we deal with. And a lot of people don't understand, especially from the other race, such as white women. They don't deal with a lot of issues that us African American women deal with when it comes to our medical needs. And it's so crazy because further into the vibe of the day, I'm gonna give y'all a little rundown on something that I did my own research in, as me being a social work major in a class I took last semester. So I don't want to get off the topic, but it's impact with the topic. So y'all know I like to keep things in line. But y'all, I just felt like after I did the Black men's health awareness, I was like, oh my gosh. Last month, May, was about women's health awareness, and I didn't hear a lot of people talk about it. As well as men, it's like people trying to talk about it more, but they're not really putting a lot of effort to it. I don't like that. So let's get into it. Black women's health awareness is to educate and empower Black women about their unique health challenges and importance of primary care. It focuses on raising awareness of issues such as breast cancer, our health and mental health as well, and other diseases as well. The goal is to improve health outcome and reduce the gap through targeting education, advocating, and accessing cultural healthcare services. For example, Black Women Health Awareness Week is an annual campaign that encourages Black women to make their health a priority by scheduling regular checkups and screening. So basically, the program was founded by, as they say, well, let me give you all a rundown, period. So in May is Women's Health Awareness. However, I like to focus on the African American side when it comes to men and women awareness, because you don't hear a lot about it. Point blank, period. Like I mentioned in the health episode, if you haven't listened to it, I would love for y'all to listen to it after listening to this one. When being an African American is so hard in America because we get the end of the stick of everything. It's hard to get a lot of stuff that we need, from health insurance, medical care, any type of care, and it impacts with money. Is so hard for us to get because at times you have to pay out of pocket for stuff, and sometimes it's like us African American are even scared to go to the doctors because it's like some doctors care about their job and some just don't. And it's also very hard for us to even pick up, how can we pick ourselves up? Let's just say that. It's just hard for us to deal with things, especially when it comes to our health, because our health is also impacted with our mental health. So overall, with Black women's awareness, they bring other Black women together and they encourage each other to really consider making a change for their health, regardless of, even if they have to kick money out for insurance or surgeries and stuff like that. They have to do any and everything in their power to make sure that they're getting the help that they deserve so they can live a long life. Because it's a lot of being an African American woman, a young woman myself, I've seen a lot of people my age dying so young over things that could have been cured right away. And at times, I understand it is so scary. You don't want it to happen. And I always tell people, if it might be minor pain, you want to look into it right away before it gets big. And that's how it always starts. So get the regular checkups, get the screenings and everything else, because it can be so minor. In the end, it may be major. So why not get it looked at before it gets to that point? So who are the primary advisors and healthcare providers focusing on impacting Black women's health? So basically, like I mentioned, within the Black men's, it's the same thing. It includes with you have nurses, the doctors, physicals, therapists, so on and so on. But the primary advocates and healthcare providers focus on impacting Black women's health includes organizations as well, such as Black Women's Health Movement and the National Medical Assistant, health professionals like OBG/GYNs, primary care physicals, mental health counselors, specialists in cultural care are also key supporters. Also, you have your community leaders, activists, and faith-based organizations also play a crucial role in fighting for support within Black women's health. And also being there and advocating for us in all many standpoints. For instance, the Black Women's Health Project is a San Francisco-based health advocate organization, works to empower Black women to make informed health decisions, increase their access to health care, and create healthier communities. So there are organizations in many different places in the world that we don't know about. And it's crazy because I feel as though as a community, we do more than what we expect from the government to do. We expect them to do this and do that for us. But at times, like I mentioned, being African American, it's hard. And it's we have to come together, put all the pride, put all the bull to the side, and really come together and help each other, because we're all going through the same thing. We bleed the same way, X, Y, and Z. So when it comes to our health, also when it impacts with women, it gets deeper, because I really want to get deeper into this one because as a black woman and growing up around other black women, you see how so much stuff can happen, and you see like what you supposed to do and what you need to do in order to maintain a healthy life. You have to sacrifice some things, and it's like you don't want to experience, but it's like you have to do it so you can be better, and it don't happen, and so it won't like sneak up on you and things like that. It's hard. It's very hard, but it's like health is wealth, especially with your mental as well. So let's keep that in mind. What are the most significant health challenges and disparities affecting black women today? So that includes higher rates of a lot of let's talk about the mental side. Mentally, being an African American woman and seeing older African American women dealing with high blood pressure and dealing with depression. Those two conditions can really affect a woman's mental health, because for one, like I mentioned, you're an African American woman going to the doctors trying to get all the treatment that you deserve. At times it's like a hit or miss, and you feel as though you deserve nothing but the best treatment ever when you go in the hospital. At times you don't receive it because people still are stuck in their ways. And also, if you don't have the insurance or the money on the funds and all that stuff, it's like, ooh, you get the end of the stick. And that affects you mentally because it's like, it's draining, it's insane. And then you're trying to maintain for the people around you because they have this saying that black women are so superheroes and this and that and the third. But at times, we can't live up to that standpoint all the time. At times, we need to put that cape down and really like get ourselves together before we can save the world. Basically, save the world that people think that we are saving in our end, because mentally it's draining when your health is not in good conditions, when you're not in good conditions, when you're not stable to do this, when you're not physically, mentally, like emotionally, spiritually in it. And it hurts so bad because, like I said, for black women, people have this stereotype that we are superheroes. It's nothing that we can't do. Yes, it's true, but at times it's tiring, it's exhausting, it affects your health because it's like you're doing so much, and then you think in the back of your mind, I'm doing all this, but is this going to affect me in the end, mentally and physically, spiritually and emotionally? Just being there for everybody while you trying to cover up what you got going on health wise is very hard. Like, especially within the black movies, Tyler Perry, he did a good job at displaying how it is to be a strong black woman, but also displaying how a black woman would keep that cape on, keep that poker face on, but behind closed doors it's like you don't want the people to know, because it's like you don't want them to stress out, you don't want them to feel type of way and have all eyes on you. But when it comes to your health, especially for a black woman, it's very hard because we're known to be the ones to care. That's sort of summarize up. We're the ones that are there to take care of everything. The doctors, the nurses, we're the teachers, we're everything within a household or outside of it. So it's hard, especially when it comes to just being able to express our health issues, because you don't want your people to worry. You don't want to be like, okay, I've got to tell y'all something before it's too late. And at times, a lot of black women wait until it's too late to say something because they want to make sure that everybody is safe and sound. But I always believe in the saying too, you got to let your people know before it's too late. Give them a heads up, because you don't want them to. I feel like it's best to know before it's too late. It's like, oh my God, why you ain't telling me, these if fans should have been, coulda, shoulda, woulda been coming on together, So like today, the health challenges that black women go to are like higher rates of chronic conditions such as hypertension, diabetes, and heart disease. Black women also face a greater risk of breast cancer and its complications related to maternity health, such as high rates of preterm birth and the menstrual. It's very, very, very it's very sad. And that's why I also wanted to wait till I get deeper into this part, because maternity mortality, I did a group project on that my junior year in my social welfare and policy class. And we did it based on African American women. From the rates and the research that I have seen on my part, because it was 5 of us and we had, we took each part of the question and impacted. I always do stuff when it packs with numbers, because men lie, women lie, but them numbers don't lie. And when I was reading and doing my research, it was just so sad and it was so depressing to me that us as Black women, when it comes to maternity morbidity, childbirth or anything like that, 9 times out of 10 is either the mother dies and the baby stays alive, or the baby dies and the mother's alive, or both died in a hospital. Versus with a white woman, that's every so rare. And the crazy thing is because when you tell the doctor you're not feeling well, and that's another thing too, when you give birth, like for women giving birth and stuff, that's a major health problem, because they go through a lot and they discover things that they didn't know up until probably time for them to give birth, or it's too late. I'll never forget also in my junior year, my junior year, before I went to the program, I took Black Families. That's a prereq before you get into the social work program. And we had listened to a podcast about a woman who was doing amazing things in life. And she found out she was sick while she was pregnant. And she was doing everything in her power to keep herself together. However, she would go to the doctor, tell the doctor, like, I'm feeling this way, I don't feel good, and they just brushed it away like, oh, it's okay, just take a Motrin, you'll be all right. But come to find out, it was something that they could have fixed right away, but they didn't. And once she had her baby, she was still not good. In a couple days after she brought her baby home, she died due to whatever disease, I forgot what it was called, due to whatever disease that she had during the time she was pregnant. It caught up to her even more, and it risked her to lose her life. All because the doctors were not able to capture that issue, grab onto that disease to hopefully get it out of her system, or help her find a way to get out of her system. But instead, it just basically brushed it off and threw it in the rug. And that's why people don't understand that a lot of Black women out here, when people be like, oh, why you don't have no kids, or why, you don't want any and stuff like that, because it's not just because that, the stereotype, people will be like, oh, she want to be the rich auntie, or she want to be the one to have all these cats and she don't want no kids. It's sacrifices and levels to things, especially health factors. A lot of women can't have kids for numerous reasons, because they can't have them, can't produce, or they're afraid to have them because of what's going on in the world today. Because a lot of people be like, oh my gosh, do you want kids? And people just be like, I do, but I think I don't want to have it. I want to have a surrogate, because they are afraid. And for a surrogate also, it's very risky too, especially as an African American. If they become a surrogate, it's hard. It's real hard. People don't understand that being Black is real hard. Being a Black woman is real hard to even have the access that we need within our health. That also impacts with our mental health, the issues, and it limits access to our cultural awareness care to contribute these disparities. For instance, Black women are most likely to develop postpartum depression than white women, but are more likely to receive the treatment due to their limited access to their cultural sensitive care. Like, come on now. Like, people don't understand, people don't do their research. And people wonder why it's so hard for us to even want to do the things that we do and try to express ourselves within health, because there's a lot that we go through and a lot of things that people don't understand. It's hard being a woman, point blank, period. But it's hard to be a black woman in America. Between any other race, I feel as though it's hard to be a black woman. It's so much obstacles that we go through, that we make sure that we keep ourselves together. We keep that poker face together, because for our community, we come together to make sure that, you know, I'm here for you, you here for me. We're in this together. Regardless, it's hard, but it makes it more better when we're together and we feel each other as a sisterhood. So when should black women begin regularly health screening, and what type of screenings are important? Same thing as within black men with their screening. Black women should begin regular health screening in their early 20s, starting with the annual checkups to, you know, monetize major health factors such as blood pressure and cholesterol. Key screenings includes mammograms for breast cancer, starting at 40 or earlier if it's a family history impacted with, you know, breast cancer and things like that. The doctor will inform you to get it before you turn 40. So like in your mid 30s and probably your late 20s to start getting those, because if it's like a family trait, like a lot of women in your family had it, you need to get it done. You need to get checked right away. Pap smears and HPV testing for excuse me, y'all. Daggone might keep falling, so there's like pauses here and there. But in HPV testing for cervical cancer, starting at 21. So us, for African American women, it's a lot of things that we need to start getting checkups on with our body as soon as possible, especially if our family has a history of cancer. Please get it done. I know for myself, I need to get it done, because like when I did my research also on the things that we need to do checkups on, I said I need to get it done right away, because within my family, the women in my family, they have a history of blood pressure and their cholesterol is high. Like, they have problems with blood pressure, they have heart diseases and things like that also. So for me, I really told myself, okay, once the semester and stuff is over, I'm going to the doctor, see OBGYNs, everything, because it's serious. Get real serious on it. You know, get real serious of going to see your OBGYN. Like if she said come back every 6 months, up, do it. Don't wait till a year. You know, don't brush them appointments off. Get real serious, especially with annual checkups, y'all. Sometimes I try to brush it off and it's like, no, I'm at that age where I cannot keep brushing these people off. Like, okay, I'm gonna see y'all, but then when it comes, it's like, you know, so don't brush them off. Get real deep into it, especially for us women. We gotta be real deep with OBGYNs, the screenings. Also, like I mentioned, if your family has a history of these diseases such as high blood pressure, cancer, cholesterol, whatever, please get it screened right away, so you can see what's going on, such as doing the regular screening for diabetes, heart diseases, and mental health assessments are also crucial, particularly if there are risk factors or symptoms present. Like I mentioned, if it may be something so small, you need to go get it done right away, because it might be impacted with one of these things, and hopefully, God forbid, it's not. But it's safe than sorry to get it done so you know what's going on before it gets worse. It is important to prioritize these screenings to ensure early detection and treatment. Like I mentioned, as soon as possible. It might be minor, but even if it's in an early stage or not, you should be able to get it done before it gets too bad, before it gets worse. So you feel it, get it done right out the way so it don't get worse. Get on to it. Having them regular visits to the doctor are also important for monitoring overall health and discussing any concerns that you may have. For example, if a person have a family history within heart disease, they may need to begin screening earlier than regular ages, than the recommended ages. Like I mentioned, if your family deals with a lot of diseases such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, cancer, the requirement age that they say is 40 and all that stuff like that for certain type of sicknesses. For you, you have the ability to get it done right away so it won't happen to you. And if it does, you be able to catch it right away, get it detected right away before it gets bigger. So it's better to be safe than sorry. Let's just keep that in mind, ladies. It's better to be safe than sorry. You feeling some type of way, you're not feeling good, it maybe be a little pain, but no matter how big or small the pain is, I recommend y'all to get it done right away. Because you never know. You never know what's happening. Where can Black women access cultural healthcare services and support networks? Well, they can get the support networks at community health centers, clinics with historical Black colleges and universities, and organizations like the Black Women's Health, Interactive? I'm thinking off the top of my head, y'all. I remember what it was. But there are organizations out here, and also your community, if you go to school, if you go to a historical college as well, they're there to also guide you. Basically, like I said, for the Black men situation, you have the clinics to learn about it, the health centers, your schools, the community, and even within your urban community, they have organizations that's based for you, like the Black Women's Health. They have a organization as well. I cannot think of it, but I know it's a Black Women's Health that also impacts with helping you with your health and mental health. Additionally, local chapters of groups, faith-based organizations, and online communities provides value, research, and supports to Black women's health needs. Telehealth services and specialized medical practice focus on serving the population also offers access and cultural awareness care. So there's a lot of things out here that is willing to help us Black women as also as Black men. Mainly within your community, that is anything in your community that's based on African Americans, go for it. Do your research and just have a chat with them, because they are the ones that are the ones that are pulling strings to make sure that we come together and help each other. Teach each other things that we need to know, especially about our health. It's better to learn from our people to understand, because it's people you never know that are going through the same thing that you're going through. And it's best to hear from them and also get some tips from them as well, because you never know. Those tips can help you in the long run. And like I said, it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay? Why is it essential to address and raise awareness about health issues and disparities affecting Black women? Overall, it's very essential to address and raise awareness about the unique health issues and disparities affecting Black women to ensure that they receive fair health care and improve their health outcome. By focusing on these disparities, we can reduce the high rates of all the diseases and issues that we go through and other challenges that us Black women faces. By also increasing awareness and target interventions, help promote preventive care, early detective, and access to cultural awareness healthcare services, enhancing the quality of life for us Black women. For example, by providing health education tolerance to these needs of us Black women, such as addressing challenges of health literacy can help to ensure that Black women are empowered to make healthier choices. With that being said, it's very important, it's very essential and necessary to get the word out there and to also educate and empower other Black women that are going through things with any disease that is so popular that I mentioned earlier that us women go through. It's best for us as a whole, as African Americans, to come together to educate each other and to also let each other know that, hey, I'm here for you, you here for me. I understand what you're going through. We're not going to give up on each other. I'm here for you, you here for me. Be that one big sisterhood. Come together and tell each other that, put the differences aside and stuff, and just let each other know that I'm here for you, you here for me. We're going to work on this together and educate each other, because it's better to be educated on a topic than to second guess yourself and be like, oh, I don't know. That's why it's good to ask questions, do your research, and also don't be afraid to, educate yourself and have others educate you while you're going through these things. And I feel as though also when I did my research on the Black men's health awareness too, by Black men coming together and also black women coming together separately or together on things, on projects, or the case may be, is amazing, because we need that. We need to come together for each other, because it's a lot of people out there that don't want us to come together. They want us to hurt each other, and I don't like that. And especially when it comes to things that are really important, like kids, our health, school, education, whatever the case may be. I like when we come together and are able to get it done. We're able to raise awareness for each other. And when it comes to health awareness for Black women, there's a lot of community bases out here that are willing to help each other. But the thing is, you have to be able to wanting to get the help. I know it's hard at times to even do that, like being able to get the help, but you got to think in the long run. Do I want to live a very long time, or this is it? I know it's hard, but it's like I feel like everybody should live a long time, because you never know. Like, this world is full of a lot of things, and you have a lot of hopes and dreams as well. And your health matters the most. So I feel like you have to do everything in your power to make sure that you live to the age that you desire. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's better to get it done right away. Be safe than sorry. It's better to be safe than sorry. Lastly, how can Black men be there for Black women when it comes to their health? Aka our health. Well, Black men can support us Black women with our health by encouraging us to do our regular checkups and screening, but overall offering emotional support. That's one of the things I feel as though with anything you're going through, even if it's something minor or major, having that emotional support, having that foundation of having somebody and people that surround you that are able to help you and be with you spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever the case may be, having that support system is very crucial, and it's very important. No matter how big or small the situation you're going through, you need to have emotional support. You need somebody to be there for you at times to wipe your tears, or to help you celebrate your amazing journeys. Happy tears, or we don't want to deal with them sad tears, but they happen. Having somebody that's there for you is very important. Like I mentioned, the saying, a lot of people say Black women are superheroes. Black women, we could do it. At times, who was there for us? That's why it's important for us to build emotional support, as well as having a Black man or men there to have that support for us as well as we have for them. Vice versa within it. And it can also help us by staying informed about the health issues that us Black women face. So they educating us and we're educating them, and also being there for each other for emotional and mental support. Black men can also help by sharing responsibilities to reduce stress and promote a balancing lifestyle for us. That goes for vice versa as well, like I mentioned, for in the Black men's health. We have to come together. We have to come together. We all we got. We have to be there for each other emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. We have to teach each other. We have to learn from each other. We have to do a lot with each other that we think we don't need to, but we do. Like how we say, we don't need no man, we don't need no woman. But long story short, and little do we all know, we all need each other no matter what. We need each other no matter what, no matter how big or small it is. We need each other. Also, they can advocate for access for qualities. They can help within cultural health care, and they can help us like participate in community health activities. They can come together and foster a support environment that benefits for both of us, that benefits for both them and us. So black women and men can come together and create something amazing for all of us. For instance, creating a mentorship program between a man and a woman, a black man and black woman can help bridge the gap between the generations and provide valuable advice to each other. Like I mentioned too, like we need each other. We all we have. We need to be there for each other. I love seeing black African American women and men, no matter how old or young they are, come together to form something amazing. And it's nothing negative, it's positive. Because a lot of people like to hear the negative side of us. They don't like to hear the positive side. And that irks me. But this is the life we live. And in order for us to make it better and to make a difference, we have to come together and make it better, especially when it comes to the health and your wealth. Because health is wealth, and it also impacts your mental health. So let's keep that in mind. Health is wealth. Better to be safe than sorry. And we need each other. A man needs a woman, and a woman needs a man when it comes to support. So just to summarize up everything, Black Women's Health Awareness is a campaign designed to educate and empower Black women regarding their unique health challenges and the importance of their care. This effect focuses on addressing disparities with all the diseases that is impacted with us, such as hypertension, diabetes, and breast cancer, as well as maternal health and mental well-being, by promoting cultural health care and providing resources tolerated to Black women's needs. The program seeks to improve health outcomes and reduce inequalities. Overall, it empathizes the significance of regular health screenings, early detections, and communities support to enhance the quality of life for Black women. With that being said, y'all, to all the Black women out there, please, please, please come. We need to come together as one. Be there for each other. We need to keep each other accountable for everything. Get them regular checkups. If you need a surgery, get it done. If you're not feeling well, go to the doctor. We need to stay on each other mentally. If you're not having a good day, have that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 mirror conversation, or do whatever you have to do to make sure that your wellness is good so it don't affect your health. It's better to be safe than sorry. If you feel minor pains, go to the doctors, because you never know what it is. And also, please support one another. And also, we have to support our men, because they're doing a lot for us too. Even though at times they get on our nerves, we have to be there for them, because we all we have. We have to come together as one, as a community, to, be the role models basically for the next generation, and to show them that, hey, even though we have problems, you got to put it to the side and come together to educate and help each other, because we all we have. We're the ones that are there for each other. We're the ones that are going to guide each other. We're the ones that are going to make sure that we're good regardless. We got to teach each other. We got to praise. We got to give all the good and the bad. But it's better to hear from your people than to hear from the outside world. Okay? With that being said, ladies, I want you guys to think of these 2 questions. 1, what are some of the biggest health challenges you face, and how do you stay informed about ways to manage it or to prevent them? And 2, how do you feel about the ability and the access of cultural healthcare services in your community? Okay? With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, minus the minor pauses, because the microphone kept falling and it was too close. I'm sorry, y'all. But I hope you guys learned a few things. If my podcast don't help a lot of y'all, as long as it helps somebody and educates somebody as well. As always, I wish y'all guys nothing but the best. I wish you guys nothing but peace, love, and happiness. Please be safe out here, because it is summertime, and when it's summertime, people like to come out, and some people don't have their head on right. So keep your head on a swivel. I hope you guys are feeling amazing, doing amazing things, and are being amazing as well. And as always, you lovely people will hear from me next Wednesday. Be safe, be blessed, and be you. Okay? Bye.